I'm gonna give you guys a forewarning. She brought you up, I'm about to bring you guys down. It was like an explosion of clothes confetti, scattered all across my youngest daughter, Yazi's room. Every piece of furniture claimed a prize. Her canopy bed had several towels just draped over the frames, hanging like wild vines. And her dresser, that thing that you open up and you put clothes inside of, was dressed up with hoodies and jeans. Not even her wall mirror was spared, as a pair of sweatpants just hung over its edge, as if it was reflecting its own mess. Come on, guys, that's typical for a teenager's room. Except my youngest daughter, Yazi, isn't a teenager. She's 22. As I stood in Yazi's room trying to breathe past the chaos, AKA mess, my mind flashed to another time, to another mess with my oldest daughter, Kinaya. I remember yelling, "Kinaya, clean your mess!" Just praying that my voice would light a fire under her. But every time I opened her closet, I was greeted with piles of laundry as tall as my 5'6" frame. Then I got a call that no parent wants to get. On June 11th, 2025, my oldest daughter, Kinaya, who's 24, passed away suddenly, abruptly, without warning. And the silence was louder than any argument that we had ever had. And as I stood back in Yazi's room, I see her in the corner, just curled up, crying, mustering up the strength just to get up. There was no more energy, not in her, not in me, to do the simplest things, like clean up. And as I looked back at that mess, this time I didn't see a mess. I saw grief, unspoken grief, the kind that doesn't ask to be cleaned. And all of a sudden, all those times I used to yell at Kinaya for having 3 months worth of laundry now made sense. It wasn't laziness. They were signals, physical messengers of an unseen and unspoken world. Kinaya's private mental battles had already taken shape and form in what I could see in the laundry, but I missed it. I missed her cries for help because I was so focused on what felt like inconvenience for me. I mistook clutter for character when it was actually communication. And as I stood in Yazi's room, I looked down and I saw something that I hadn't seen before. Floor space. It might sound funny, but those empty spaces between those piles of clothes, they became sacred to me. Those empty spaces They were invitations to stand on solid ground, to be present with my daughter, with where she was, not where I thought she should be. And suddenly, all those times that I was so focused on control when I should have been focused on connection. I was so focused on those clothes when I should have been focused on capacity. Just because we're in community with family doesn't mean that we are. We take them for granted and expect them to be there. Maybe you have some regrets, or maybe you've said something a little bit too late. I fell to my knees, not out of grief, but out of revelation. If you have a loved one in your life that might have a mess, it might not be laziness. It might be loneliness, pain, confusion, or silence too heavy to carry. Or if you have a loved one that has dirty laundry, it might be an invitation to meet them where they can be met in the capacity or space that they do have. Hear me when I say this. Death does not have to be the gateway to deeper empathy. How many invitations have been extended to you that you have not accepted? Look for the floor spaces, because that is where the healing begins.